Ladies and gentlemen, there's a second video for the day. Menace. I felt like playing another game after playing Anomaly 19, and I decided, why not show this? This is Menace. Menace is a XCOM inspired game where you play as a PMC of some sort. Recently moved into a new solar system that's currently a little bit unstable, and your goal is to help stabilize things, fighting rebels, aliens, and other things. So let's go into it, shall we? I'm going to start a new game because I've already played a little bit this. I know how it works, kind of. And I'm also not great at this. So I'm going to start a new game and get right into it. Warning, this game is very loud at its cutscenes. I tried turning it down in the past, has not done a thing. Remember, Marine, service is always an act of valor.
If he is all we have left, then he is all we have left. Bring him in. Major, I am First Lieutenant Hayflick, Lead Intelligence Officer for the Wayback Mission. To be blunt, the Impetus suffered a distracting accident coming out of the gate. Survivors are in the minority. You, Major, are now the acting commander for the mission. A seltzer and easing tablet are on the table if you need it.
I was expecting a General Crozier, but your little secretary has already informed me you experienced a bit of a hiccup coming through the warp. The entire command staff killed, was it? Condolences. But as terrible as your losses might be, I wish to remind you that your residence here did not come cheap for me either. Your expense has been in lives, mine in political capital. About time you core welders almost made even on your trades. If I may give you one recommendation, TCR Marine, do try and make good with the neighborhood. But while you learn to dance with these factions and fools, be sure not to step on too many toes. We are not your beloved core worlds. There are only so many mistakes one can make in a system absent of second chances. But, you know, welcome to the Wayback. End of line.
Apologies, Major. The comms team is new and was unaware of alert procedures before patching someone through. However, that was indeed Field Marshal Zama, leader of the planetary Jingwei. We are not to interfere with their operations.
Understood.
More on the relationship between the core worlds and the Wayback can be found in the Impedia. For now, let's get you acquainted with the strategic map.
So, we get to pick 4 of our initial team members, and each of them have different types of squads. So we have Darby here, who has infantry, Lim, infantry, Bog, who utilizes tanks, and so on. These little stars essentially tell you how effective they are and how much they're going to cost when you go into game, which I'll show later. For now, I'm going to take probably Carter,
I was wondering when I would get my shot.
Pike, and Rewa,
Testing underway.
followed lastly by Darby.
Nox has landed. Our eyes see everything.
Each one have different stats here, which affect them and their squad, and these stats do different things. Like, for example, Carter here gets better and better as the game continues, but they start off pretty poor, whereas Darby here is able to disable enemy weapons for 1 turn by attacking them. So, this is the map. From here, we can choose different missions to fight different factions and support the different other factions that exist that we can help. My apologies. An example would be if we went to Mock here, we can complete this mission to support this corporation down here, or we can go fight these rebels to help the criminals. This is our ship. Yeah. Pretty bad state of things. All we have left is a med bay, and even then it's just damaged. We have 1 squad mates revived per mission with a 15 chance to revive each subsequent casualty. So we can at least get 1 person back. If we can upgrade it, we can get 2 squad mates back. Speaking of which, here's our squads. We got Darby, Pike, Carter, and if we just hand her vehicle, Renew. Make sure she has a gun as well. These little symbols basically is the amount of supply that this will carry into battle with it, and the more heavy the item, the more supplies they're going to be taking. This isn't their entire squad, mind you. We can actually increase the amount of squad members we have in each of these squads. Sounds pretty good. More people, probably going to cost more supply. Each one of these squad mates is an individual person. We have 50 individual people. They have their own names, they have their own stats, which I have been unable to actually properly look at, I'll be honest. Like, something I've wanted to try and do is I've wanted to see how I can rename some of these people, but game does not give me the ability to do that, which is a shame. Apparently it's something we can do, but I can't see it. Here we go, see? And can be renamed. They will die permanently if killed in combat. Question, how do I do that? How do I rename them? We can hire new crew over time. This is the black market. This is where we can get all sorts of fun equipment based on a bartering system. So as we get things, we can get new things. For example, if we wanted to, we could sell our rocket launcher and one of our supply packs for a better gun. Or even so, better armor. Which I am tempted to do, actually. But let's not risk it right now. Let's instead choose one of our missions. Down here, some messages teaches you how to do things. I've already read through those. We can ignore those. It's just teaching us how the black market works and how hiring works, which you'll see over time as we do things. So, let's get into it, shall we? We have 2 options. Stop rebels on Snowscape, or go to this barren desert. Let's go help the let's go destroy the rebels and help the corporation. Large pirate fleet secretly gathered over the past months while amassing ships. This is atypical for pirates. The goals are lofty. Invasion plans to loot as much as possible until dispersing again. Already local forces are overwhelmed and need our help. Desert, barren, scorched, and a little sandy. This is the mission select. Works like games like, what's it called? Jump Space. Choose a locale, then we choose where to go from beyond that up to a final mission. And as we go, we can unlock different upgrades as we head. Now, we've only got 1 option at the moment, and it is to seize a GTA GTAM site. If we succeed in this mission, we get an additional supply drop on each mission for the rest of this operation. Pretty nice. Our goals: secure the acquisition radar, secure the launcher battery, and then secondary goals: completing it in 10 rounds, 14 rounds, destroying most of the enemy, do not lose anything, do not destroy more than one structure. Now this is the map. Over here we can see what we know. So far we know there's signatures appear, but we don't know what they are. Could be friendly, could be enemy. No clue. We have intelligence level down here that tells us how many people, like what we actually know, which is fuck and all. And then we have our different squad mates over here, which we can add and remove as we go. I am just going to go Hail Mary and add everyone that I can, because it will not harm us to have as much as we can. I think we'll have you take our machine gun, and you take our... That's not a machine gun. You take the rocket launcher, you take the machine gun. And that's everyone outfitted. We can determine where they spawn, which... Let's have a squad of 2 follow over here, and then these 2 follow over here. And now we get into the game. Each character has a set of action points. Action points determine movement, attacking, and going to do special actions. In this case, we're just going to move, utilizing 90 action points to rotate and turn. Once it turns over, we end. It alternates between me and the other player, which would be AI, of course, and then we continue forth. Go, go, my brave warriors.
Sir.
Let's do this. Eyes and ears. What?
Alright. So, capture this. And capture this. We don't know, we'll see. That doesn't count as structure, don't worry. We got different stats here, like their armor, their discipline, which affects morale, their accuracy, how well they can detect enemies, how well they can stay invisible. Right now, they can't see me, I can't see them due to this concealment and our vision range. Also, this is what I mean by, like, each person is an individual person. In this squad, we have someone called Mr. There. Mr. There was born on EFIO 13, as it has done 1 mission. If he survives, then you'll see that they have done more than 1 mission. And it goes like that.
Sir.
It's pretty neat. We got cover. Let's move forward. Enemy has multiple turns to complete actions.
Sitrep, scavengers.
Our first sign of enemy contact.
What? Acknowledged. Kutta spotted.
Alright, now we have to hold this point for several turns. These are pirate outcasts. They wear rags, which is... Okay, rags are the same armor that we're wearing, which is practically non-existent, but gives a little bit of extra stealth. We can see them, it's fine. They have pipe guns, scrap bombs, and bundle grenades. They can be a problem if we are to underestimate them. They've decided to run away. Like cowards. Right, get into cover, because we have threats over here which do not want to progress on us. So, as you see, we've just been shot at more than once. Yeah, you did. That yellow bar is suppression. As that builds up, we go into further and further debuffs to the point that we can't even fire back. Grey bar, armor. We don't have that. And green bar is our health. As our squad fights, they slowly take damage, and, you know, everyone knows the rest. Everyone's played games before.
Seeking cover.
You will die. Alright. I'm going to get into this cover and attempt to fire back on those guys. They're in cover, they're deployed, but my main objective is to suppress them as much as we can. More reinforcements inbound.
Let's do this.
I think that just said death on the side of it. Alright. Rotate the vehicle, see if you can see any enemies. That's a lot of parked trucks. So, you didn't see him much there for a second, because I immediately gunned them down. But there was something here. Got suppressed, got heavily damaged, and that little white bar is morale break. Little white on the emblem. Our guys have been suppressed. Did they fire a fucking rocket at us? Of course they did. Being suppressed causes, if I remember... Here we go. Being suppressed makes accuracy get reduced by 50% and AP go down by 30. We also get forced into a deployed state, so we have to spend points to pull out of that. As it continues, we'll eventually be pinned down, and that's not good. For now, we're going to just fire back. Try and see if we can, you know, hit them back for what they've done to us. Alright. What we are going to do is we're going to send 60 points, giving this unit AP back. And an extra turn, which is nice. And then extra 40 throwing that squad over there. And this squad is going to try and pull back if they can. I don't think they can. Just go back to being deployed, I guess. Might have messed up a little bit there, but it's all good. Deploy yourself so you have better defenses. And... Right. I'm tempted to fire in the direction where I saw some enemies over here, but every gun in this game has a set amount of ammo, and that's as most as you can take with you. I gave everybody extra increased ammo before we started. Should have mentioned that. But yeah, essentially, you got to be really careful with where you shoot. If you miss, or if you don't be as effective as you wish to be, you will lose ammo that could have been used in killing people. Or suppressing them. Like this group. This group is currently wavering.
Impressive shooting, Marine. Well,
This group just almost exists. Who is still alive here? Unironically, who? They're dead now. Ooh, that's not good. Ah, damn, they're suppressed. Pull back into better cover. Alright. We want to see if we can try and hit them better than last time. So we're going to try and go here and get a good line of angle on them. Not going well.
let's do this.
I'm going to pull these guys up, and then this is an APC.
Catching a corner.
So we might as well throw these guys into that. Oh shit. Scratch that, switching targets. I'm going to need to advance a little bit. Problem is, that's going to draw their attention. We can spend 56 points to jump into this building, which would give us some, you know, cover and more view range and detection. Yeah, let's jump into that building and use it as protection. Ah, shoot. I thought we had more movement range. They're a flamethrower squad. They are brutal against infantry. So suppressing them immediately is the best plan there. Hmm. Fire back at that squad. If we can suppress this squad, it'll... Yay! Now they're suppressed. Next time they fire at us, because they should be next. They're going to suffer a little bit. We're going to pull this squad further forward. It's a risky move, but it's mine. How many? Oh, wow, that's a lot of them. Okay, this is bad.
Let's do this.
Oh, those flamethrower squads moved. They should have done that. And now we can see a lot further with this unit. Can we aim further? Not necessarily, but we can definitely see further. And that's good. Ooh. Okay, that unit's gonna spend points moving about. Alright, this one has been secured, so now we can start heading to the next objective. Probably want to grab this squad, actually. Put them in a building for nothing. Oh, that was a grenade. That entire squad just got completely wiped apart from Pike. Pike will never die unless we can't pick him up when he gets downed. That was brutal. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I didn't say I was great at this game. I'm pretty sure I said I was bad at this game, and you could see that.
Oscar Mike.
These guys have got to run as fast as I can to support that squad up there. I believe they're using battle rifles. Yeah, pirate assault rifles. They aren't the best. Most we can do is fire a submachine gun, heavily suppressing that squad. And Pike is down.
You're not dead. I looked way worse than that.
Move forward slightly. Okay, slightly a bit more, I guess.
Armor detail on duty.
There we go. Provide support for my other team approaching.
Try that in space!
Let's do this.
We'll go up to here and hit this unit with this. So we can do some severe damage to them and make sure they can't really fight back.
What?
We'll save the machine gun for when we get a bit closer.
Let's do this. Hustle 103rd.
Let's go up to here and execute this squad over here.
Hostile eliminated.
Them positioning themselves, and that's not good for me.
What?
I want to fire at least once. There we go. Wonderful. Anti-vehicle, anti-structure, that's not going to help much. Could fire it here, attempt to break their defenses, but I would rather just continue doing damage to this open squad. You shot Pike and his entire squad! That's what you did, you pirate scum.
Let's do this.
Move as fast as we can. And there's also that line of yours! What the hell, man?
More. You flinched.
We're not going to reach Pike in time. We might lose him already. Because we're going to have to spend points to go up and then walk to him.
I want to see that out of you, 103rd.
Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe we could save Pike.
Major, we lost someone.
Nope. I think we might need to have spent points in order to grab Pike, so, yep, he's dead.
You are on an absolute warpath.
It's a shame. We'll have to make do with 3 squads until the opportunity arises to get more.
Sir?
Until then,
Roger.
undeploy ourselves, move to the next position,
Let's do this.
and you guys start firing on those.
Enemy suppressed. I can kill from anywhere.
I can only use this machine gun 2 more times,
You are so good.
but it should be fine.
Let's do this.
Just gotta end our turns,
Skills retained.
and mission complete! We did it, guys! We succeeded in completing the mission. We did lose Pike and his entire squad. However, out of his squad that died, we saved Folklore, Top Gun, and Imp. Meanwhile, Reg, our Maestro, Zombie, Pockets, Grav, and Wax Skull all died. So we saved 3 of the squaddies from that team of 8. This is where we have to now get our hands on a new character dossier, which is this. In order to do that, we gonna need to barter stuff. So first off, let's barter the enemy stuff to get enough for a dossier. Trade it, and now we have Jackies. I have never seen this guy before. He's entirely new to me. Gains a stack of pressure when attacked. Spend 4 stacks to instantly gain 60. Interesting. Yes, I'd like to hire. We've hired a non-marine. Interesting. Alright, let's outfit these squads. Here you go, sir. Have your squad mates. Also have the machine gun. And have some normal extra ammo. We can also spend... So, because we completed the mission, we got promotion points, which means we can upgrade any of these squads. I'm going to upgrade you. And give you better concealment.
Service is always an act of valor.
This one is basically the special ops. So, better concealment means we can survive a little better. Can we get anything else from this? I don't think we can. At least we could, but would be 5 off, and I want to be perfect with my scores. I'm actually going to get this bit of armor back. And the reason why I'm going to get that armor back is it is technically better than my current fatigues. Let's give it to you. It's better armor, it's got better durability, more infantry slots, and trade value. Problem is, we now look like the people we're shooting at, but, you know, it's fine. And now we get to choose where we want to go. So, we can either rescue and disengage, sabotage supply infrastructure, or interdict enemy forces, each with different bonuses and objectives. We rescue and disengage, we get 2 extra forces for the final mission. We complete fuel depots. We get fuel depots, my apologies, if we sabotage infrastructure, which makes all pirate vehicles have their movement range reduced. I can speak, I think. Or pirate convoys, which would give us a random pirate vehicle or weapon. We're actually going to go and interdict their forces. Because I want that convoy. Now, just like with last time, we're going to have everyone equipped, but we're going to need to remove something, because we are now over our potential cap, which means we can't actually hold this well. Apparently, they're going to be coming from this direction, so let us move everything into position to try and defend. And we're going to remove the rocket launcher. Yeah. So the rocket launcher would be nice if we can hit the vehicles before they drop, but I've never been able to do that. I'll be honest. Also, due to our last mission, we get a supply drop, which makes it so we can refill our special weapons, squad weapons, and vehicle weapons, as well as accessory uses. Very nice. So we have to defend this location from the incoming threat, and we have this terrain to mess with. Ooh, I don't like it. You guys get into the car for now. We also have the option to destroy pirate boarding commandos, which will be further up north. Alright, these 2 squads are going to stay back to defend.
Let me have them. Let's do this. Got visual on targets.
So their objective is to... I probably should have brought that bloody rocket launcher now that I think about it. Their objective is to get to this as quick as I can. We're going to try and not let them do that.
What?
Damage their engine. Very nice. Okay, I prefer if you get into that armor, but we'll just move you back for now.
Let's do this.
Behind that cover, not armor. Alright, Jane, get into that cover, please. And then, because you can't shoot anything, deploy yourself. This is our goal. We need to kill these 4
Enemy
bastards.
heavies.
They're going to be brutal to try and take out.
Good thought. Enemy EMP. They are suppressed. Landing. What? Enemy hardware obliterated.
Here they come. And then deploy yourself to keep yourself in cover and safe.
Let's do this.
Again, we'll wait a turn for them to approach closer. Here they come.
Oh, that's a good pop.
Now these guys had fire back, which makes it so when I fired them, they would have fired at me, but they were so weakened, they got completely obliterated. Now there is a thing called friendly fire in this game. Don't know how I didn't attain that from doing what I just did there, but small misses. Beep beep, motherfucker.
Put down every dog.
Alright, now they should be... Yep. They're jumping out of the vehicle and immediately braking! That's amazing. Oh no. They still have their full morale. More vehicles inbound. They're trying to capture that point. Alright, let's try and get this squad to return. Ooh! Jesus, Jesus, Jesus! They're okay. They're fine. We need to get this vehicle back quickly as possible.
Let's get him some help.
Floppers down.
Losing men here.
Alright. What we can do is crawl out of their weapon range, and that's not going to be perfect. Because we're going to crawl into open cover of all things. You end your turn behind that rock. This I don't mind, because they get better when they get shot at, from what I saw earlier.
I want to see that out of you, 103rd.
There we go.
Ever. We could use some help, Major.
Right. We'll go into this cover as quickly as possible. We want to get them off this damn point.
Let's do this. Ricocheted. Everybody misses now and again.
Firing the machine gun into this squad? Probably, but this one's a better idea. Because it will cause the effect when they jump out. Because it's an open top vehicle, so they're suffering from said machine gun. And this one, right here.
Finish them. Roger. They're mine. Let's do this.
Come on, these veteran scavengers.
Visual acquired.
these more vets? They've got to be more vets. Pirate veteran scavenger squad on a heavy transport vehicle. Yes, they are. If I move up to here, are we in range to... No, we're not.
Ready or not, it's time to die! I'm out!
We got them off the point. Ha ha! Very nice. And now we get this squad that jumped out.
Very good. Fuck them up.
And that squad that jumped out over here. That might have been the whole enemy team, actually.
Sir? Let's do this. All clear, Major?
Yeah, no, they're all dead. We wiped out the whole group. Very nice. Ooh, rocket organ. And we gained some fragmentation grenades and AT grenades. And we got Flopper back. Very nice. It's a shame we didn't get any of the veteran scavenger armor. That would have been great, actually. Alright. We could try and get our hands on better infantry armor. I'll trade the rocket. Yeah, I'll trade the rocket. Possibly bad idea? Very, very much so. Better vision. This unit can act. Wait later. Decrease the enemy cover bonus. No, hold on. Let's improve a different squad. We don't want to focus too much on a single squad. You. Make it so you move. Your movement costs less. Makes it easier for us to fight back and reposition and all that fun, fancy stuff. Alright, and let's improve the armor class of my other two guys. Makes it so they're actually survivable to an extent. Look at that, they have armor! Woo! And frag grenades. Actually, you are the ones that are meant to be shot at the most, so here's your frag grenades. Very nice. Alright, last mission. We succeed. The whole operation's complete. Our job is to destroy 70% of the forces within 10 rounds or 14 and take out the pirate's first mate without losing a single infantryman. Our loadout's a little heavy. Probably because of the new equipment we just got our hands on. So, we're going to need to make some changes. You're the heaviest right now. You're also meant to be quite concealed. Let's dump your crew down by 2. Your crew down by 2. Your crew by 1. There we go.
No matter what happens, it's all an experience.
So each squaddy is taking a piece of gear with them, so if we shrink it down, makes it easier for us. Very nice. Let's try and get to that cover as quick as possible.
What?
Come on. Find something to shoot at. Because there's going to be a lot of them. Speaking of which, immediately go into deployment stance.
Engines engaged. Let me have them. Got visual on targets.
More of them. Alright. This might be a pretty decent cover position, so we're going to jump out here. Immediately go into deployment stance, and then from there, start shooting them. With the inclusion of that vehicle here, it is pretty good cover. They have to get to, like, that, which is in machine gun range.
Let's do this.
Ah, that's going to be poorly for them. Yeah, let's go into this cover here. And then, can we hit them? No, but we'll hit the deploy and wait our turn. Right. Hey! That's mean! How could you?
Hostiles advancing.
The extra shots they're firing there is basically a visual effect to show that they're, you know, attempting to suppress.
Alert! Alert! EMP.
What? Well, it failed, to say the least.
Enemy movement.
Man of steel!
Well, that was quick. Oh, God. Ooh. This isn't going well.
Clear me. Let's do this.
So you can actually... so what I've just done there, I apologize again for not mentioning it. I fired at where their last known position was. They're still there. I can fire on any square, and that most likely hurt and suppress them. Pretty good tactic. Stand up,
Moving to waypoint.
walk around. Can you walk one more forward? Nah. Hit them from here. They can't do anything. They will refuse to do anything.
Eyes on heavy armor.
Oh, no. This is the Pirate First crew. They've got proper armor, these guys.
Major,
First thing we want to do,
they are suppressed.
make sure they can't move.
What? Hoorah, Marine.
Alright, we're going to drive this this car up, so we can see where the others are. Hello. It's a pretty tanky vehicle. It should take some hits. Just don't want to push it too much. You stay there.
Let's do this.
Prove your accuracy first.
Nice shot, Marine.
And then fire at that squad over there.
Negative contact.
XCom on response. Blocked.
There we go. Oh. Should be happening in the real world outside.
What? Look at them coward.
Let's progress forward. That way we can still keep our eye on where the rest of them are.
Orders, Major.
Doesn't sound like you're flanking. Sounds like you're shitting yourself. This squad is going to start moving back. I think the vehicle can... I think this vehicle can do fine on its own.
Let's do this.
Can't fire at that squad. Let's put you into cover in case that other squad decides to move forward.
So,
there tried to flank again. Put you into cover. And how far can we throw those grenades? Not very far.
What? Great shot! You are on an absolute warpath.
And now we're going to rotate the vehicle. Move you up to here. See if we can fire at anything from there. If not, then we'll move further up. Yeah, move further up. Hit that cover. Oh, they have counterfire. They can only counterfire once per fire at, so...
Major, you are doing a fine.
There we go. And we've killed the entire pirate first crew. We can actually leave the mission right here, even though some of them are still alive. And it will complete all secondary objectives immediately. Ooh. EMP rifle. So that's what one of them had. We got 2 wounds received on you, I think. Amount of damage? I'm not sure. Kill count 1, 4, 2. Yeah, vehicles are really good in this game. And then we get to choose one weapon to take with us. Better sensors or better weapon. I'm gonna go with the better weapon. Major, a rather beat-up vessel is heading our comms. They came to be escaped test subjects from a lab on Mach. Major, instant message activated. Would you please, with shared pleasure, return these individuals to our, to Zahn Breaching Housing for great commiserative reward. Rewards the board. Turn away from the oddly choppy comms to give a listen to the ship itself. But its communications are now being interfered with viewing. You can only hear what sounds like desperate pleas. We're here to improve relations with the different groups. We'll return the test subjects back to the board. Greetings, Marine. Thank you. As mentioned, you'll be rewarded. Best regards, the board. They gave us OCI components, trust, and our trust reached level 1 with them. Reaching level 1 trust, this is the first time I've ever done that, unlocks something for us. For our it unlocks something for our massive thing here. So we can get commodity for each enemy vehicle destroyed, a gravity manipulator, gain the off-map ability which creates strictly localized earthquakes, or gain an off-map ability to have an auto laser sentry turret. Ooh. Problem is, if I choose one of these, the prices are still quite high. I'm going to take that turret for now, though. As for prices, well, I wish I could get that turret right now. I'm actually going to switch this med payout for a repaired one. So now, as we lose forces, we all get them back pretty quickly. We can also spend some some promotion points to improve my command. Give taunt on them so we can draw people's attention, which benefits greatly with this. And let's get Disdain, which is another one of his unique buffs. Ignores the suppression normally inflicted by losing squad mates. God, he's such an asshole. But he's part of the crew, and that means victory in the future. As for the time being, we'll improve the weaponries that we have. In this case, why not give you the better the SMG? Short range, high fire rate. Yeah. Your accuracy will improve. That means everyone gets the SMG bonus. EMP rifle's a bonus weapon. Interesting. Very interesting. And yeah, I think that will be it. AT grenades. Sounds like a good idea. Can't really change anything here. Can't do much in the black market. I can probably get rid of this old weaponry here. 60. Ooh, hold on. We can probably get another gun. I want something with good range. 9. 5. This. Crowbar. That's going to be for this squad over here. There we go. And now that we've completed it, we've got completely new missions that we will be playing next time. We can either do this or fight aliens. Until then, thank you for watching. I appreciate you putting up with this video. I'll be playing some more again next time. Don't know when that next time will be. Could be Monday, because I have something else to post tomorrow. Something full of democracy. Something full of liberty. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. It has been a lot of fun.